that to me. And then you're going to get that little crap out of there. You're going to get the next bag. Oh, you're going to do it? Okay.
Now, what I like, because this is really such large grain.
Sorry.
It's not real dusty.
Perfect.
Normally the drain is set by now. Did I bring my KD puck? I don't know.
What do you need?
I don't know. Did I bring my KD puck? I like to make sure my drain. You have a little level?
A little
Or
level?
KD
Yeah,
puck?
I got a 16 right there. I got a 24.
He's got a puck in it.
You got a puck?
There's a puck.
Excellent.
You want my nice mud straight edges?
Yeah.
My sticks?
That's what I just use strap aluminum. This drain is the pipe coming up is so fucking crummy.
Kids are watching.
Okay.
It's not that heavy.
Yep, we're ready for it.
This is Paul. How do you say your last name, Paul? Lucia?
Lucia.
Lucia of Cabot and Row out of Houston, Texas.
We gotta wait for the screws.
The Houston Mud Pan Method. The HMPM.
Skill-less method for tile hacks.
What Paul did here was attach some half-inch hydroband board to the sides to make a screed to screed the dry, unwet and unmixed 3701 deck mud in.
Okay. There's some straight edges.
Okay.
I got one other in there, one more shorter one.
Normally I use strap steel or strap aluminum.
I don't know if you want a little smoothing device or anything like that. This is nice and bent. There's no corners there.
We can, but we just don't need it.
You just don't need it. Okay, I would
I-
need
I-
something
I
like
use-
that.
Inconceivable.
What is it? Yeah.
No mag float needed.
I mean, you can if you want to at the end.
Pay attention, kids. You might learn something. Good.
We'll keep track of time here. The video started maybe 30 seconds after the first bag got poured.
Well, now, see, we don't have my,
Do what?
I usually use 2-inch strap steel or aluminum.
To do what?
And the reason is I can put one against the other and make it longer and shorter to fit the size of the shower as needed. You know, so that,
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You're just saying different size screeds.
You could do something like, oh, because they're the same height.
Like those L, you're talking about the L angle ones?
yeah,
You just slide one.
yeah, see, so this is a
You're gonna
little,
need something shorter.
yeah.
Fit in there. And shorter still.
We're back to this now.
This is making my shoulders feel so much better already.
But watching somebody else work.
No,
Oh,
I'm saying the thought of like packing pans and stuff.
Oh, yeah. But see, it just flows all by itself.
But if you're not packing it in, it's only gonna have 2,000 psi, say instead of 3,500. You know, you're moving, you're losing like a third of your.
Is that longer than 2 feet? Like a 2.5, 3? That'll work.
This is a little shorter. Is that too long? This is a little shorter.
Perfect. Just keep it ahead.
Now, was your drain level?
Yeah, I'll reach.
Oh, you got your puck. Okay, my puck, your puck.
Yeah. put it back. Still perfect.
Okay.
Another bag?
Gotta have your puck.
You want to use that bag or use keep that bag, yes?
Now we're gonna use that one out there so that we don't.
So we can leave that one on the.
Yeah.
You don't have to mix the whole bag either.
No, we're all gonna have the portion of this because we're only gonna need about a little more than half.
You don't think it's gonna take that whole bag? Yeah, I guess. Well, you have what, 3 in already?
Well, the other nice thing is you can always shovel out the extra.
Sure.
How's he doing it?
I save it in a kitty litter bucket since it has a
Got one.
vaporproof
With the
lid.
top. Yep. Got one. How'd that gun work?
What?
Screw gun?
Dude, that's fucking bad. I can get to it. My truck down here. We're gonna get it out tonight.
Well, how much are those things? Around like 300 or so, I'm
About
guessing.
250 or 300 for the gun.
Oh, the one you
The Senko Makita.
feed it with strips of screws?
Yeah, it feeds the square drive cement like Hardy Backer screws. Yeah, so perfect for this. Boom, boom, boom. Perfectly flush, not overdriven. It's one of those things that's like, wow, this is really nice to use. You know, hey, I could do this all the time.
He's gonna want to see this.
Where's that trowel? I said no to. Yeah, just bring some back.
You're gonna need a little more.
Just a hair. That's good.
It's a nice method, but it's taking 5 guys to do it.
Hey, it's just we're practicing to be a skate worker.
Oh wait, let me go sit down a little bit more.
Hole right there.
Remember the guy on Geeks who was saying he does all his pre-slopes with loose sand? Like in theory that works until you have to step on it to pack the rest of your pad and it leaves a big
After it's
divot.
wet.
Oh, okay. I see.
Unless you do that.
Oh, there's that. All right.
Well, you can see it. Is it gonna be one solid? Or is it gonna
Oh, trust me.
No, I called Noah up at Crossville and we're getting some thin panel in here now for this one.
Really? And then you come in with it.
3 pieces?
Have they got a truck that can handle the 10 foot crate? You know what I'm saying?
Can the 2 be a wall? Too much? Well, I didn't know if you have to go double up or not.
I've always
You
done
don't need the
4.
U-channel.
I've always done 4 inches.
No channel.
That's it.
Yeah, is that kosher?
That's
That's a
enough.
good
If you
question.
wanna play with it, make
Well,
it.
we are going to have a square stanchion tying the two
Yeah.
ends together on the
Oh,
top.
yeah.
Yeah, we got a 4x4 piece. Once this is all dry tomorrow, that'll go in.
Got
You
it.
get screwed
Okay.
in
That-
there.
that answers my whole question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dry mud.
This is it.
If you want to make it neater at this point, you
This is a
can.
Houston mess, is that what you
Well,
got?
you're going to add water and then you're going to work
Trowel
it.
it and fine.
But now you're going to get it wet. You can't really reach so far in.
Yeah, you can just go sprayer.
Okay.
I got my sprayer.
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back with the spray.
Come out because the helper would have.
We are back with Paul here in his garden
You
sprayer.
want to use the epoxy? Okay.
77.
Look at this.
And as you can
Because
see,
it takes 1/2 to 3/4 of a gallon per bag.
So you put the right amount of water still on it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the same amount. In fact, what I found is, if you really wanted to, you go to the lean side on the water. The only problem with using a garden hose is you can't judge the amount of water. You do know it's saturated when you begin to get water beating on top. it'll eventually sink in. But once you get it ponding on top, it's a lot easier. Also, once you get the surface wet, you can pretty much make the flow of water as coarse as you want.
Now, what happens if you had a wood substrate underneath this?
Well, it's the same
You
thing.
have poly under
Your
it.
cleavage
Same amount
membrane.
of water.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you're dumping water through it. Is it good? You know, could it leak through the deck mud into some crevices between the plywood, or?
Sure can, but that's what I use. Greenskin is my cleavage membrane, and I wrap it up the sides.
But even if it was poly, I mean, you're talking.
Well, I don't.
Yeah, the whole thing's a total of 2-3 gallons of water.
I don't use poly under my deck mud.
This would need 2, because we use 3 3/4 bags. So at a half a gallon per bag, that would be 2 gallons, say.
I'm straight up 209 over wood.
Oh, okay.
It's encased in 4 sides. You know, where's it going to go?
And plus, we're taking advantage of the fact that water always goes from areas of high concentration to areas of low concentration. So if we had,
It's going to even itself out.
It
It's
all
going
by
to
itself.
take the water where it needs.
English, Paul. Come on. We're not a bunch of tile guys here. Put it in layman's terms.
right, it evens itself out.
What did you mean by the hourglass effect? You were saying about the water in the
Now, when
hourglass.
this flows, the dry powder, there's no reason to pack it because it just flows everywhere it goes. Underneath, like it'll go underneath sole plates, it flows. So that's why I do a, see how the water's bagging up? Do a cleavage membrane out of greenskin up the side. So that's,
You lose no water.
I use less water. I don't lose any water in
Right.
the structure, but also the water doesn't wick out into other surfaces.
You run a bead of caulk around the perimeter too.
I just run the greenskin up the sides
Right. Yeah.
because that's my cleavage membrane. And then I said, tomorrow we tap on this and it feels hot. You can hear it when it's hollow. You just add more water. If you're just questioning it, just add more water because more water ain't gonna hurt it.
Right. It'll never. Yeah. Once it's done curing, it's like you say. Yeah.
Yeah. So I started this because I had a giant U-shaped shower. It was 8 feet, 5 feet, and 8 feet that way. It all climbed uphill. And I was just struggling, trying to mud it and get the pitch right. I'm like, why am I struggling? I thought of this.
Something's wrong. It's too easy.
Yep.
It's too easy to.
That's too easy. There's got to be.
gotta
I'm
be.
missing something here. There's something. Yeah.
But it makes. I mean, a lot of times when I'll do post holes, I'll throw.
Well, that's what it
Dry
is.
bag
Yeah.
and-
You put it all in dry. Pour the water,
Yep.
and it's all
I
gonna
don't
hide
usually
it.
put water because it'll suck the moisture right
Out
out
of the earth. Out of the earth. It will. Yeah.
So
It'll get
great
there.
concept. There's got to be something we're missing, like you said. It's too easy.
No packing, no pooling.
Yeah.
Well, also you got to
What's your
remember
thoughts?
with something like 3701, the way it gets tight, like a regular mud might be really crumbly
Right.
if you did it. This stuff,
This is going to just get hard.
this gets so
I'd be
hard.
more impressed if he could do this on a wall.
Yeah, yeah.
This has
Yeah.
got a lot of chemicals in it. 3701.
I mean, have you ever done this with just regular sheet topping mix?
Normally I use 4-to-1. Okay.
Same principle.
Yeah.
I know, but that's why I would think that stuff would come on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem with the 4-to-1, anything finer, is you can't trowel it before you wet it because it will look like a silver piece of metal. And all those fines come to the top. And what it does is while it gets wet, it prevents the air from coming out. So you have to very slowly dampen and water it until it gets wet enough, and then you can add the water in. The huge advantage of 3701 is, of course, it's so coarse
water can migrate.
You can use as much water as fast as you want.
Well, I would assume that's for 209 because they really have the same texture for the most part. One just has more additive.
Yeah, okay, yeah. 209? Now is 209 the same as 211?
I don't know what 211
No,
is.
211?
209 is their normal deck mud, which they can't agree on whether or not it's modified.
211, and maybe
They can't agree if it's modified or not.
No, I've had 4 reps tell me it's straight up just cement and sand, and then Ron's like, "Oh no, it definitely has modifiers in it." I think it has modifiers in
Once
it.
it's wetted, and not so wet.
Yeah, you gotta let it sit for a little while. You go.
Then you can trowel it. You want. I usually like to trowel it a little bit so that it's smoother when I put my membrane over the top. But putting the border in around the edges is just as fast as any perimeter method
for the day.
of drawing a line. Mudding a perimeter certainly would take longer than doing what we did.
Now you guys sealed all your boards together.
Yes, this is an approved method.
It is?
Yep.
So I can go over it with that
So we-
schmoo tomorrow.
So we can do that? We don't even have to.
Yeah. I think you're really supposed to smooch it between the boards, but right. But they're saying about putting the sealant over top of seams like that already together. At that point, I like to use liquid.
You know what? That back wall that we wet shimmed the whole thing wouldn't have worked.
No.
Now we are going to ban that corner because this board is proud of the stuff in the back. Which is a little wider. So first thing tomorrow, come in here. We want to be able to pull that drain out. We have reason to do that. So normally the drain would be set, but you tell me if you can tell any difference between this and the traditionally set drain.
What?
Well, we've got 2 that was set. We got one that was set traditionally and one that was set this way.
I can't imagine anything like this game.
We use traditionally loosely since it's 6 inches deep.
Yeah. We was.
How many bags you guys ripped?
9, I think. Somewhere in that 8, 9, 8.5.
I don't think. Maybe it's just because I generally don't work in.
And it'll get wet underneath the drain just fine.
You gonna do this next?
What?
You gonna try this?
So if you're planning to pull a drain,
I mean, it
just
makes
set the
sense.
drain down.
Yeah, because we have to put
That makes sense.
the
Say hydration's
the
hydration.
backflow preventer in, which isn't going to come till later. So this allows us to tile the walls and everything else before we do the floor.
Okay, now with these drains,
Mine.
I've always been told, and this is by the rep, came directly out of his mouth, hydroban that thing
No, it's actually, you're
before you
making something
fence it.
out of dirt.
I think I've never used one of their drains, but I think that is what they say. Yeah, it's supposed to get hydroban on the
The
plastic.
fence set doesn't stick to their drains.
Well, it's
Who cares? You
Yeah.
only need compression.
I don't know, I'm just going
Princess
by
seems to
what
stick
I
to
was
my
told.
plastic bucket. Princess seems to stick to my plastic bucket just fine.
Yeah, I'm not arguing fact, I'm just saying what the rep
Yeah.
told me. He's like, hydroban the drains before you put the
Yeah, it is.
mesh on top.
Oh, really?
Because I asked him, I said, well, why ain't you guys hydroban them there? Like the Curdy one, it's got the membrane on it. These do not.
We can throw that
Those are things over there.
hydroflex on it.
Oh, you mean on the top side?
Yeah.
Just the top side, so it sticks.
Yeah.
But that's all they talk.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. It's, yeah, it stays in there. They're talking
I
about.
thought you meant on the underside.
No, yeah,
No,
it's
so
gonna be-
when you put your mesh onto it, or the fleece, basically,
Well, yeah,
Remember.
you're right, yeah, they sold.
it actually sticks to it. Now, I think if you use 254, he said it was fine, but anything else, they said it doesn't stick very good.
Hey, we got that titanium jazz. I'm sure that'll just.
Yeah.
Now, to me, this looks a bit wet. I would have stopped putting so much water. It probably
It's cold.
almost out. So half a gallon per
It gets
bag
out.
is plenty.
And he's talking, that's what plan, and okay,
Because
this,
it's
all
not
right.
drying, there's nothing sucking the water out of it. at any time.
You go to get in his truck. His dog can run over and step on the.
Are you going to try this at all now?
Yeah, there's a little high spot right
Okay.
there.
Dog's in there.
Yeah, it's gonna have to sit for a
You
little
don't
bit
have an
because I
extra
put
set
too
of
much
keys.
water
You don't
on
have an
it.
extra set of keys up here, they only have the one. You know, there's another set.
Make sure it had the right amount.
Mine is in my truck. I can unlock my truck with my phone. So
Yeah, you can.
Oh.
But we just let it sit a little bit and let the water
I put an
migrate.
extra set of keys, and I'm putting them in the truck because
If you